Okay, so you're probably definitely asking yourself, why did I just swap out the larger tires that I had on the truck? And why do I have completely new rims and completely new tires? Well, one of the things that I found out as I was starting to look into the vibration in the front end after I changed that front hub this last year was the size of the tire. Now, the size of the tires that were on there were 325s as far as the width. And that is a kind of odd size. And so what I was finding as I was looking around at all of those was that your minimum price is somewhere between $350 and like $600 per tire. Now, these are the same dimensions. These are 20-inch rims. These are actually stock Dodge rims, and they came with a little bit of rubber on them. I'm not worried about that. They're definitely past their due date to be changed. However, what I did learn is that these are 305s, and 305s versus 325s, and that's millimeters. So if we think about that in centimeters, it's 32.5 centimeters versus 30.5 centimeters, okay, which is roughly a foot wide or 12 inches for those of you that are from the United States like I am. And what that means is you can get tires from anywhere from $180 on up to, if you really want to spend some big dollars, $400. So what I ended up doing is swapping out the tires on the truck, and you will see this is how they look. Now, the cool thing is that they're Dodge rims and it looks pretty normal. The one thing that is a bit of a bummer at the moment is that the height of the sidewall, these are a different ratio of width to height, and it's a little bit shorter. Not a big deal, but I'll be getting a little bit taller ones when I actually do go and get ones. But you can see there, it's got the Ram emblem in the middle. Looks pretty cool. And these are kind of aggressive tires. The other thing that I would say is that if we go into the garage here and take a look at the other tires, these are a lot more aggressive. So you can see what's on there. The tread's not nearly as aggressive as when we come over here. Take a look at these. Now, the other thing too that I will say about these, you can see they're just a little bit taller. But my truck is pretty much a daily driver. So to be able to take these and drive up and down the interstate, there's a lot of noise that comes with the tires. So the tires that you actually buy, believe it or not, contribute to road noise. So whether you've got slicks, that's like something that's gonna be very, very quiet. It's gonna give you a lot of grip when it's on asphalt. Something like this is designed for me to go out and drive around in mud and be off doing all-terrain things. Now, the silly thing is that this truck is a two-wheel drive truck. I'm originally from the West, where people don't own two-wheel drive trucks because it's just not practical down here when you're like me and you drive around in the city all the time and it doesn't snow. And if ice does happen to come, you just don't go to work for like 4 or 5 days. It seems silly for me to have these monster meaty tires on a two-wheel drive truck. So my goal is to then take these and resell them. Those are pretty nice aftermarket rims. I need to do a little bit more research on them. But be able to sell these. Now, I have not rotated these tires since we've got them on there, and you can see there's a little bit of difference in the tread wear here, what has occurred since I actually purchased the truck. I actually do see even a little bit different pattern in the tread as you look at it. I was thinking that that was the amount of tread wear, but I actually think now that I look at it, these are potentially different tires, and these are a Courageia? I have no idea. They're a Federal Courageia M-T, which is definitely a different tire than what we have on the front. You can see the numbers are listed as 35, 12.5, 20, and the tires that we have here on the front are an Achilles, Desert Hawk, and the numbers are listed on here in what you'll see more typically in tires, which is a 320/60. Now that means that's 320 millimeters wide. That 60 is a ratio, so that's 60% as tall as it is wide. It's an R20, which means that the radius is 20 centimeters, okay, from, well, it doesn't mean the radius, it means the diameter is 20 centimeters, and that's the width of your rim. And then the 121Q is a speed rating. So these are actually different tires, similar, but different. They are approximately the same height, same size. But again, I don't need these super meaty tires on a two-wheel drive truck that I drive up and down the interstate. So the one thing I will say is that once I put these tires onto the truck, whatever that shake, whatever that shimmy, whatever that wobble was, immediately went away. So thought I would share this interesting video about what I'm doing with the truck, why I'm doing it with the truck, and how to figure out some information about tires. Now, I went to Tire Rack, and I cannot remember. Now, my neighbor Junior over here recommended another website, but I can't remember that off the top of my head. But Tire Rack is one of those places, and I went and looked at all of the 325s that were 20-inch rims, and I looked at all the 305s that are from 20-inch rims. Price differences were huge. Helped me make this decision, and ultimately is going to end up being the best for my truck. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. There you go. That is a shot of the truck after I went out and we went and drove around. My new camera rig, I have no idea how this is actually working, but I'm basically taking it and propped it way up in the air. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. There'll be more videos to come. Have a great day.